Happiness is something we all seek. But why is it that some people seem to experience it more naturally? The answer lies within the neuroscience of our brain. Understanding how the brain processes emotions and rewards reveals why certain individuals are just happier than others. The brain's chemistry plays a significant role in shaping our emotional experiences, making happiness more accessible for some. One key factor in happiness is dopamine, often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter. When we engage in enjoyable activities like eating, socializing, or exercising, dopamine is released, giving us a sense of pleasure. Individuals who experience higher dopamine levels tend to feel more content and fulfilled, reinforcing behaviors that promote long-term happiness. This reward system keeps us motivated. However, happiness isn't just about dopamine. Serotonin, another neurotransmitter, plays a crucial role in regulating mood. Low serotonin levels are associated with conditions like depression and anxiety, while higher serotonin levels lead to improved emotional balance. People who naturally have higher serotonin levels tend to feel more emotionally stable and happy in their day-to-day lives. Equally important is oxytocin, known as the love hormone. Released during social interactions, bonding, and physical touch, oxytocin promotes trust and empathy. People with higher oxytocin levels often experience stronger social connections, which directly impact their happiness. Oxytocin also reduces stress and increases feelings of warmth, making relationships a significant factor in overall well-being. Our genetic makeup also plays a role in happiness. Research shows that genetic factors account for approximately 50% of our baseline happiness. Some people may be genetically predisposed to higher levels of dopamine or serotonin production, leading them to naturally experience greater happiness. However, genetics are only part of the equation. Environmental factors also significantly contribute to our emotional state. The prefrontal cortex in the brain is vital in regulating our emotions and decision-making. People with strong prefrontal cortex activity are better equipped to manage stress and make thoughtful, well-balanced decisions. They can regulate their emotions and handle challenges in a more measured way. Higher prefrontal cortex activity is linked to greater happiness because it helps individuals maintain emotional stability. In contrast, the amygdala, responsible for processing fear and anxiety, plays a significant role in emotional responses. When the amygdala is overactive, it triggers heightened stress and fear, which can negatively impact happiness. People with less reactive amygdalas tend to be calmer and more optimistic, making it easier for them to maintain happiness even in stressful situations. Emotional regulation is a crucial factor in determining happiness. People who can regulate their emotions effectively are less likely to be overwhelmed by negative feelings like anxiety, anger, or sadness. The ability to manage emotions, particularly through techniques like mindfulness or positive self-talk, is tied to increased happiness. Emotion regulation allows individuals to focus on positive experiences. One area that plays a significant role in happiness is gratitude. Practicing gratitude activates the brain's reward system, including the ventral striatum, which is associated with pleasure and reward. People who practice gratitude regularly report feeling more content, as it shifts their attention from what they lack to what they already have. Gratitude enhances emotional well-being and fosters a more positive outlook on life. The social aspect of happiness cannot be ignored. Human beings are social creatures, and our brains are wired to seek connection. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, is released during positive social interactions, enhancing trust and empathy. People with strong social relationships are often happier because they experience emotional support, feel connected, and enjoy greater fulfillment in their lives. Mindfulness also contributes to happiness by helping us stay present in the moment, instead of focusing on past regrets or future anxieties. Mindfulness encourages awareness of the present, fostering emotional clarity. Studies show that mindfulness reduces anxiety and depression, leading to increased happiness. People who practice mindfulness regularly report being more emotionally balanced and less likely to engage in negative thinking. In addition to mindfulness, regular physical exercise is one of the most effective ways to improve happiness. Exercise increases the release of endorphins, the body's natural painkillers, and also boosts dopamine and serotonin levels. Physically active individuals report experiencing greater happiness because exercise enhances mood, increases energy, and promotes a sense of accomplishment. Happiness is also closely linked to personal growth. People who are constantly working to better themselves, whether through learning, skill development, or setting goals, experience a sense of fulfillment that boosts their happiness. Personal development not only increases self-esteem, but also leads to a greater sense of purpose, both of which are essential for long-term happiness. Finally, the way we approach stress and adversity impacts our happiness. People with a growth mindset, who believe that they can improve and adapt over time, tend to be more resilient and optimistic in the face of challenges. This mindset fosters a sense of hope and perseverance, which increases happiness even in difficult times. Resilience helps people overcome setbacks and thrive in adversity. Happiness isn't just a product of external circumstances, it's a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and social factors. One important element that influences happiness is self-esteem. People with higher self-esteem are generally happier because they believe in their ability to handle challenges. When we value ourselves, we are more likely to engage in behaviors that promote well-being and avoid those that harm us. Positive self-talk is a critical practice for boosting happiness. Negative self-talk can reinforce feelings of inadequacy and low self-worth, leading to anxiety and depression. On the other hand, affirmative and encouraging thoughts help to shift our mindset toward self-compassion and resilience, making it easier to face challenges with confidence. Self-affirmation improves both mental health and overall happiness. Another powerful psychological factor that impacts happiness is emotion regulation. Those who are able to manage their emotions effectively experience less stress and more positive emotions. Regulation strategies like deep breathing, cognitive reframing, or grounding techniques can prevent negative emotions from becoming overwhelming. Emotion regulation helps people remain calm under pressure, contributing to higher levels of happiness. The reward system in the brain is fundamental to happiness. This system reinforces actions that are beneficial, making us feel good about what we're doing. Dopamine is released when we accomplish goals, no matter how small. The feeling of achievement triggers positive emotions, making us want to repeat the behavior. People who set and achieve small, manageable goals are more likely to experience higher levels of happiness. Happiness is also related to gratitude. Research shows that grateful people are more likely to experience positive emotions and feel a deeper sense of contentment. Gratitude activates the brain's reward centers, improving emotional well-being. Gratitude journaling, or simply reflecting on what we're thankful for each day, can lead to greater happiness, as it helps us shift focus from negative to positive experiences. Social support plays a major role in happiness. Humans are social creatures, and having a strong support network of friends, family, or community members enhances our sense of connection. Studies show that people with close social ties are more resilient and experience higher life satisfaction. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, strengthens social connections and promotes feelings of trust and safety, both of which contribute to happiness. Compassion, both toward others and ourselves, is another powerful contributor to happiness. Compassion encourages connection and promotes empathy. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, release endorphins in the brain, improving mood. Self-compassion, especially, helps us cope with failure and setbacks, making it easier to maintain a sense of well-being during difficult times. Mindfulness is also closely linked to happiness. By practicing mindfulness, we can increase awareness of our thoughts and feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. This non-judgmental awareness helps to prevent negative emotions from spiraling out of control. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to reduce anxiety, improve emotion regulation, and foster a positive outlook on life. It's also important to note the role of physical health in happiness. Exercise, for example, releases endorphins and dopamine, both of which are associated with improved mood and greater happiness. Regular physical activity has been linked to reduced symptoms of depression and anxiety. Taking care of our bodies through exercise, healthy eating, and sleep can significantly enhance mental health and overall happiness. One of the most effective ways to boost happiness is by fostering purpose and meaning in life. Research shows that having a sense of purpose is one of the strongest predictors of long-term happiness. People who feel that their lives have meaning tend to experience greater life satisfaction and resilience. Pursuing meaningful goals or contributing to something larger than oneself provides a sense of fulfillment, leading to lasting happiness. On a broader scale, happiness is often influenced by cultural and societal factors. In individualistic cultures, happiness is often tied to personal achievement and self-expression. In collectivist cultures, happiness is more likely to be linked to family bonds, community involvement, and social harmony. Cultural values shape how we perceive happiness, and determine what brings us joy. While money can provide short-term happiness by fulfilling basic needs and providing comfort, research suggests that it does not guarantee long-term happiness. Studies show that once basic needs are met, additional wealth has little impact on overall happiness. What matters more is how we use our resources. Spending money on experiences, relationships, and personal growth contributes to greater life satisfaction than material possessions. The concept of hedonic adaptation explains why material gains and external rewards often lead to only temporary happiness. Once we achieve something, whether it's a new car, a promotion, or a vacation, the initial excitement fades over time, and we return to our baseline happiness level. To counter this effect, it's important to focus on experiences and relationships that offer lasting emotional rewards rather than relying on fleeting pleasures. Gratitude, as mentioned, is one of the most potent tools for fostering long-term happiness. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude are more optimistic and have better overall mental health. Gratitude helps shift our focus away from what we don't have and brings our attention to the positives in life. It also improves our relationships, as it encourages us to acknowledge and appreciate the people around us. Finally, the pursuit of happiness is not a linear journey. It's about embracing the ups and downs, accepting imperfection, and practicing gratitude and resilience. Happiness isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about how we navigate life's difficulties and choose to respond. By embracing a positive mindset, we can increase our overall sense of happiness, regardless of external circumstances.